So undoubtedly you've seen the latest Indiana Jones movie and spent many an hour in your back garden armed with a paintbrush and a bullwhip playing at archaeologist. But if that isn't enough for you, you can now enjoy retracing our hero's footsteps in LEGO video game form. LEGO Star Wars was an incredibly popular family title, and LEGO Indiana Jones, which I'm playing here on the 360, seems set to meet with similar success. The classic films Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade are all played out in a 3D platform game with drop-in multiplayer. It largely comprises puzzle solving and teamwork, collection and mild combat, with a difficulty level suitable for children but not so mind-bogglingly simple that adults will be bored. Once completed, levels can then be replayed in free play mode using the full range of characters you've unlocked. As the characters have different skills and tools, this will allow you to access areas that were off limits in story mode and so complete your collection tasks. You can dip in and out of the 3 movies by visiting Barnet College, where you can also view and buy artefacts, buy more characters, and so on. The artwork is good and the world looks lush and cute with its interactive LEGO additions to the scenery. The characters are nicely animated and the non-verbal cutscenes have a lot of charm. The use of LEGO for movie-based video games was an ingenious solution to the normal feeling of a watered-down obligatory movie tie-in, and it definitely gives its games titles a standalone quality and, of course, much greater merchandising potential. There's also a lot of humour to the game, for example Willie's special skill of shattering glass with her scream or the tongue-in-cheek combat animation. There are also fun Star Wars references and even unlockable Star Wars characters, although fans of the LEGO Star Wars game may well have preferred some of the features of the complete saga, such as online co-op and a decent amount of bonus content, to have carried over, rather than in-jokes which simply remind them of a more expansive version of the LEGO games franchise. For the most part, the adaptation works well. The platforming style really suits Indiana Jones, and while it's probably not the best archaeological practice, trashing everything is somewhat in keeping with our somewhat dyspraxic hero's style. Although the collection element does run counter to the morality expressed in every single Indiana Jones movie, where greed is man's undoing. Technically speaking, it's pretty good, although there are times when AI characters will get stuck, and clipping is not infrequent. Some of the game mechanics are a bit of a pain, and I frequently swapped characters when I was trying to get into a vehicle, as both functions are mapped to the same context-dependent button. There are also some strange setup features. The default setting for auto VSync is off, resulting in quite horrendous tearing until you change the option. And while it's useful to have an adaptive difficulty option available, especially if you have younger kids playing, then the fact that it defaults to on means that a lot of people won't know to turn it off until the trickier sequences at the end of a level, and so either have to restart the whole level or not successfully complete the sequence, which definitely takes away from the gaming aspect of a video game. Now, I have to confess I wasn't a huge fan of LEGO Star Wars. I mean, I love LEGO and I love Star Wars, and I even love Star Wars LEGO, but the game just left me a little cold. It was one of those ones where I could see its considerable accomplishments, but sadly couldn't get into it. And LEGO Indy is giving me the same sort of feeling. I mean, it's fun, but I don't really want to play it for more than half an hour at a time. I find it quite frustrating when games require you to play through areas more than once to complete them, particularly when this additional play is not motivated by any sort of story. If I had children or OCD, then I would be thrilled to bits by this title, but the idea of completion for completion's sake doesn't really do it for me. Objectively speaking, this gets 4 stars, and a lot of people will really love it. But when I need my zany, child-friendly 3D platforming and collection fix, I think I'll be playing Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction instead.